In this video, we're going to be looking at the conventional deadlift. So a conventional deadlift involves a narrow stance and the arms on the outside of the legs. A sumo involves a wide stance with the arms on the inside of the legs. So to start, we're going to stand directly under the barbell. Now it doesn't matter if I stand under the barbell or I stand backwards of the barbell and roll it in. Either is absolutely fine. But for ease today, we'll teach it with us standing directly under the barbell. So the midfoot directly halfway between the heel and the toes, about an inch in front of your shins. So a common fault is people tend to set up here. They're too far behind the barbell. So they come down like so, knees are too far forwards, weight is on the front of the foot. We don't want that. We need the shins back, the hips a little bit higher, and the weight driving through the heels, making sure we also keep the big toe down and the little toe down. So stand underneath the barbell, hip width to shoulder width stance. We don't want it to be too wide because it's going to widen our arms and therefore it will be a longer lift to the hips. The wider our arms, the shorter our arms become. Too narrow, we're unstable and we can't produce enough force. So choose a stance that's right for you. From there, we're going to hinge at the hips, bend over and grab the barbell. From this position, there's two things we do. As you can see, my back's rounded. I'm going to sit down with my hips and I'm going to drive my chest through, which is going to extend the spine. As I do that, I take a deep breath and I take the slack out of the barbell, which is the slack between the barbell and the plates. So I've got a good grip of the barbell, sit back with the hips, drive the chest through. I'm going to take a big belly full of air. From that position, I drive my heels into the floor, lift the barbell, keeping it close at all times, hips in, extend at the top. We don't have to shrug, I don't have to throw myself backwards. All I have to do is lean back slightly, chest high, and my shoulders will fall naturally behind the barbell. Reverse it on the way down, hips back, shoulders forwards just like the RDL. As it gets to the knees, bend the knees back down to the floor. Reset. So it's key during the deadlift, that initial pull is all the quads. From there, as it gets to the knees, working the back, and finally, get the hips in nice and fast because the pelvis is behind the bar. Hinge at the hips, back down, and there's a deadlift.